I had a story in my heart, but I didn't know where to start. Every sentence felt wrong, every draft fell apart. Sat staring at the page like it owed me something, but the words stayed quiet and the fear kept thumping. Then I heard a voice.
So hello everyone who's going to show up later and listen to this recording. As of today, we are the 27th of May 2026, and what I'm teaching is what is going on Sudowrite. And what we're teaching today is the writing nonfiction chapter prose. I will go back a little bit on yesterday, and I'm going to put myself on do not disturb. It's when you're teaching a class that people seems to figure out that they can call you or text you. There we go. So I'm going to share my screen right away and show you what I want to show you. Desktop number 1. Here we go. So yesterday we did show a few things. Which one should I show you first? So I can close the one in the back. All right, I'm going to show you what happened first today at Sudowrite. Anyone saw this showing up on their Sudowrite account? They finally got us the smart spelling and grammar check finally is here. It's very interesting. I just wanted to make sure I show you how to go into changing the setting because it's multi-language and a few settings there. So it's nice to have this. And yesterday when I saw that, or this morning, I says, okay, where's the setting? Because when you go inside of one, let's see if I can go inside of this, the spelling is over here. So you can turn it on or turn it off, or it's the other way around. So right now it's on, the other way is off. But the setting, I would have to move this here. What do you see on my, you go into that little gear, you go under more setting, and under more setting, you're going to find your spelling and grammar. And from here, you can choose the language, which is great. So now I can actually have everything done in French because I like to write in French too. And you can say where you are in this world and what kind of English you're looking for. So English in US and English in Canada and the other one, you don't have the same spelling, like the word color. In the US is C-O-L-O-R, in Canada is C-O-L-O-U-R, and a few many different little spelling things like that. So it's nice to know. And then here's a bit of information here for the world building character, world building element name, in current project story. So the dictionary is going in all of these. Yeah, okay. You cannot click on it, so I'm not too sure what this is. The word is added to the spell check. Pull power, pop over will appear here. Huh, okay. So I guess a few of those you can change yourself. So I will see when I'm using it to get deeper into this. So, but this is the new thing that arrived today, and this is where you can go. So that is done. Here we go. So today we are on the writing nonfiction drafting chapter. Yesterday, and I'm going to share that inside our chat for the people who just showed up. Copy the link. I'm going to open my chat. This is a document we are been using since December of last year. You have all the books that we look at since we start that series, which is one book a month on nonfiction. And today we're working on this one. You have the link. They are free to read inside Amazon, KDP. So I hope you're going to enjoy this. Tons and tons of information in those books. And this is where we base our book writing. So we have a lot of information in the full document because as you can see, it's month after month, book 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we are on book 6. So yesterday we did our full research on ditching the toxin. We had 2 different items that we could have worked with, and we decided to go on the second one, which is ditching the toxin as a 2026 book opportunity. So I did go inside ChatGPT and did a really, really deep research. My research extremely intense with what the book are about, the reader looking for, what the reader don't want, and things like that. Where to position the book, which category should they go in, who should be reading the book, because we know as a nonfiction, you want to get a very specific niche to get the most sale and the most targeting people. And yesterday we also saw that when I asked to put a vision for the book, the AI do look at this vision very closely and use it inside Sudowrite. So that's a very interesting concept to work with. After that, we did go and ask, and that we took the book from the vault. We copied the outline from the book in the vault, which is basically a model. And I put that inside ChatGPT. And in ChatGPT, under the deep research and the vision, I says, please, can you create an outline based or similar to the one I'm giving you as a template? And it gave us a very intense, beautiful outline. And then we got all of this, and we did go inside Sudowrite, and we did import the whole information through the import novel. And from that, we got a beautiful information. So if I'm not wrong here, this is everything that we did, 5,116 words. I think that's the one here that we did the import. No, that's not the import. That's where I copy my information. Step, ditch. All right, let's see here. All right, now we're talking. No, we're not talking still. That's the outline right here. Ditch a doxing room by room guide. Ditching a doxing verdict, Just looking for the one that we import. I should put it on the top. So import vault. There we go. That's the one. And I should figure it out because right there, the word import. So when we did import our full information, which basically it's this tab that we import inside Sudowrite, it gave us our nice importation report with all kind of cute information that if it's still there, the important information I underline, so I know we're going to use them inside the extra instruction, our style box, or asking question into the chat here. So here we got, this is actually our full copy of what we import. And then we have our introduction book, the first chapter, which is the intro. So in our report, we got this information here. So what I did yesterday is I went inside the chat. And inside the chat, I did ask, please find the book vision, blah, blah, blah. So we got that. The answer, find the book vision and create the genre and style from it. So I said to basically chat, go inside this and find where the vision is. So he did find the vision, and from that, he says, okay, this is a nonfiction health home wellness self-help book, and he gave us quite a bit of information here that was useful. So then from here says, okay, please take each section of the genre and write it in 40 words and do the same thing with the style box. So then he gave us a genre, nonfiction, health, wellness, practical, and the style box, the same thing with 40 words, knowledgeable, friend, calm, trustworthy, non-judgmental, and all that. And we put that in our genre in our style box. When we did the importation, the genre was a bit different than that. When we did the importation, we only had this inside the genre. From the chat with ChatGPT or the chat inside Sudowrite, sorry, we got this one here, which was very much better for the information. as we did importation, he gave us a very nice synopsis of what the book should be about. So we got a 453 word synopsis. Plus, he gave us a primary reader, a symptom driver, an eco-conscious reader, and resistance partner family. So we left them in here by curiosity. I wanted to see what it's going to do, if it's going to be forced to create story, or if I was going to be able to keep it in line and make sure it doesn't go crazy on that. All right. So from this, we also had our world building that was created. We kept all of it. And then we add a outline that we also use. So from this, I create the introduction. And the introduction is basically, we let the introduction first create or generate the scenes. And the second one, because we duplicate and do the second one, we only took what was the chapter or the introduction paragraph inside the outline, and I ask the extra instruction. So from that, I got this inside our document. I call it the kick bashing. So I got the introduction 4 times, side by side. And you can see a bit the difference. When there is the one which generates scenes, you have scene 1, scene 2, scene 3. And when it's only one scene, which is one, basically the chapter by itself in just one section, you only have one scene. So the one with the 2 or 3 scenes are definitely much longer. And the one with only one scene and the extra instruction are much shorter. So this one is the detailed outline with only one scene. What I mean by detailed outline is the one we got inside the when we did the chat, demanding the ChatGPT to create an outline based on the outline as a blueprint. So this is the one over here. Then we got the generate one detailed outline. So the same outline on this one, but we generate the scenes. This one here is the one that we got through Sudowrite over here. So Sudowrite original outline with extra instruction. And this one is scenes. Wait a sec, let's make sure that I got the right one. Yeah, that one was the original outline from Sudowrite with generated scenes. So what I'm going to do, we're going to listen to it and see how it sounds and which one we prefer to go with. So I'm going to share the sound. And to get this up, share. Let me know if you can hear or not hear, please. So this is the 4 of them on top of each other, and only use a couple of paragraphs for each.
You are standing in the cleaning aisle of a bright, vast grocery store, and you are entirely paralyzed. Your reusable tote bag is slung over one shoulder, digging slightly into your collarbone. In your left hand, you hold a familiar, neon blue bottle of all-purpose cleaner. It costs $3.99. It is the brand your mother used. It smells exactly like Saturday mornings from your childhood. In your right hand, you hold a muted beige spray bottle featuring a minimalist illustration of a eucalyptus leaf. The label screams natural, non-toxic, and plant-based in an elegant, earthy font. It costs $9.49. You look at the blue bottle. Then you look at the beige bottle. You pull out your phone, unlocking a browser overflowing with 32 open tabs. You swipe through half-read articles about endocrine disruptors, a blog post about synthetic fragrance, and an Instagram reel from a very thin, very rested-looking woman in a spotless kitchen who claims that everything in your house is actively poisoning your family. Second version. You are standing in the cleaning aisle of a brightly lit big box store. The fluorescent tubes hum a steady, low-frequency buzz high above the polished concrete floor. Your cart, carrying a broken front left wheel that shudders every time you push it, sits half full beside you. And all around you is the smell. It is a sharp, aggressive blend of synthetic mountain breezes, artificial citrus, and aggressively fresh linen. It is the scent of 100 different volatile organic compounds attempting to mask one another, seeping through the microscopic pores of thousands of plastic bottles lined up shoulder to shoulder on the steel shelving. You swallow, and you can almost taste the soapy chemical tang at the back of your throat. A slight pulsing headache is already starting to gather right behind your eyes. Have you ever stood exactly here? You have 2 bottles in your hands. In your left hand is the new modern option. The plastic is a soft, muted cream color, perhaps slightly textured to feel more natural. The label is entirely minimalist. There are no screaming neon bursts or exclamation points. Instead, there is a delicate line drawing of a fern or a solitary green leaf, accompanied by words carefully chosen to soothe you, plant-based, eco-conscious, earth-friendly, inspired by nature. It looks beautiful. It looks like it belongs on the open shelving of a sunlit, architect-designed laundry room. It also costs nearly 3 times as much as the bottle in your right hand. In your right hand is the familiar budget brand you grew up with. It is the brand your mother used. It comes in a bright, unapologetically loud plastic jug, maybe electric blue or blinding orange, with a massive logo that practically shouts at you about its stain-lifting, odor-destroying power. It is cheap, it is effective. It has washed every load of your family's laundry or scrubbed every inch of your kitchen counters for the last decade. But looking at it now, all you feel is a creeping, unsettling doubt. Third version. Scene 1. You are standing in the cleaning aisle of a brightly lit big box store. The fluorescent tubes hum a steady, low-frequency buzz high above the polished concrete floor. Your cart, carrying a broken front left wheel that shudders every time you push it, sits half full beside you. And all around you is the smell. It is a sharp, aggressive blend of synthetic mountain breezes, artificial citrus, and aggressively fresh linen. It is the scent of 100 different volatile organic compounds attempting to mask one another, seeping through the microscopic pores of thousands of plastic bottles lined up shoulder to shoulder on the steel shelving. You swallow, and you can almost taste the soapy chemical tang at the back of your throat. A slight pulsing headache is already starting to gather right behind your eyes. Have you ever stood exactly here? You have 2 bottles in your hands. In your left hand is the new modern option. The plastic is a soft, muted cream color, perhaps slightly textured to feel more natural. The label is entirely minimalist. There are no screaming neon bursts or exclamation points. Instead, there is a delicate line drawing of a fern or a solitary green leaf, accompanied by words carefully chosen to soothe you, plant-based, eco-conscious, earth-friendly, inspired by nature. It looks beautiful. It looks like it belongs on the open shelving of a sunlit, architect-designed laundry room. It also costs nearly 3 times as much as the bottle in your right hand. In your right hand is the familiar budget brand you grew up with. It is the brand your mother used. It comes in a bright, unapologetically loud plastic jug, maybe electric blue or blinding orange, with a massive logo that practically shouts at you about its stain-lifting, odor-destroying power. It is cheap, it is effective. It has washed every load of your family's laundry or scrubbed every inch of your kitchen counters for the last decade. But looking at it now, all you feel is a creeping, unsettling doubt. Fourth version. Scene 1. You stand in the middle of the grocery store cleaning aisle. The fluorescent lights hum overhead. In your right hand, you hold a brightly colored bottle of the familiar all-purpose cleaner your mother always used, the one with the sharp lemony scent that always signals a freshly scrubbed kitchen. In your left hand you hold a slightly more expensive spray bottle wrapped in muted greens and soft whites. The label promises it is natural, eco-friendly, and pure, printed in a reassuring, earthy font. You flip the natural bottle over to read the back. The ingredient list is a jumble of long chemical names, ending with the vague word fragrance. You look back at the familiar bottle. Its label warns of eye irritation and advises using it in a well-ventilated area. You stand there, a busy caregiver trying to make the best choice for your household, and a heavy wave of decision fatigue washes over you. Which one is actually safe? Is the green bottle just a clever marketing trick? Does it even matter? If you know this exact feeling, you are entirely normal. The wellness and clean living market hits you first, through visual overload and confusion. You scroll through social media and see perfectly curated videos of influencers throwing away trash bags full of household products, warning you that everything in your house is highly toxic. You read terrifying articles about hormone disruptors and microplastics. You want to protect your family, you want to clear up the mysterious rashes, the afternoon headaches, the constant indoor allergies, but the sheer volume of conflicting information makes you want to walk away and buy the exact same stuff you always buy. Put down the panic, pick up the plan. You do not need to throw everything away to create a healthier home. You do not need an endless budget, and you certainly do not need a spotless, chemical-free life. What you need is a calmer way forward. Welcome to a practical, science-backed approach to reducing everyday chemical exposure. Think of this book as a knowledgeable friend sitting across the kitchen table with you, holding a warm cup of coffee, ready to help you cut through the noise. We are going to skip the fear-based detox messaging. We are going to leave the guilt at the door. You are already carrying enough pressure. Today, we start focusing on realistic, affordable swaps that deliver meaningful health improvements without alienating your family or draining your bank account.
All right. So from this, I got to figure out which one we like the most. And on my side over here, the last one, I really like it because it's having a few details here. So if I go inside my Sudowrite, and I'm looking at what I have. So this one here is the one with the extra instruction. With the, I know this feels overwhelming. Take a deep breath. The guilt stop here. And it's not too long. It's just long enough for the introduction of 1,899 words. And this one was done with the original of Sudowrite. So we can go and keep on going with this one. And I will show you the difference with the other one with the more, that's the original Sudowrite default. Interesting. Wait a sec. Let's go back and check something here. That's the original, so I have it twice. Oh, that's why. Okay, so original. And then we have the AI detail. This one has the big outline with all kind of information in here. They both outline are giving fantastic result depending on how you use it. So here the toxin, ditching the toxin with the all-in-one, so the whole chapter 1 or the introduction in one block. They're both supposed to be in one block, but this second one is actually generate the scene for me with the along the line of what the original is. So every single one has their plus and minus. So it's really depending on the person who's going to be writing the book and what they want. What I'm looking for when I'm writing the book is I want the chapter to be below 2,000 words per chapter so that they are straightforward to the information and they write properly for my readers. So each of them, they were done in double like this and with the extra instruction with the information which comes in after that. So this last one is the Sudowrite outline with the extra instruction, which gave that nice scene or that nice way of writing the book. So we'll keep on going with that version unless you have a different way that you like me to go about. And we'll keep on going with this one because I was already to chapter 6 on this. And each of them have their extra instruction. This one here starts with a bit more like, what do I need to write this? And the same thing for chapter 1. And on chapter 2, I did not put anything inside the extra instruction, and it did go and write pretty well. I did make sure that my genre and my style box were properly written and get all the information I was looking. What I did though is I turn off all my character over here. So I didn't want to have character because it seems like as the character was on, it was pushing the information to become like a storytelling. So for that, I turn off all the character itself.
Can you go back and show what the version of the outline is that you're using to generate this? Is it the detailed one that you were given, or is it a streamlined version?
This is the one that came in when Sudowrite did the importation of our research yesterday. So this is the outline from Sudowrite, and I'm going to copy this. I'm going to put it in here. So I'm going to get add. So this one is Sudowrite. This Sudowrite import outline. To rename this. And the second one, oh, no, that's not what I want to do. I want to add one. And this one is the one we got inside ChatGPT. So we give you both of them. I'm pretty sure they're both there, but let's see, proposed book title. And the GPT one is extremely much longer than the one that we got from the one in Sudowrite, as you can see. All right, appendix. There we go. With a lot of information also at the end for us to use. So this one is the one based on the outline from the book vault. So we'll put that here. So this is the Chat GPT with the blueprint. Does that answer the question?
Yes, it does. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, so we have chapter 2. It's there, and you did a pretty good job. Chapter 3, same thing. And I really do appreciate the way it's been writing for me. Always double check what's going on and read what's going on inside this. When you do your books and you do format, you can format over here, or you can format inside your book that you're going to use to export your book into chat, and not chat, but Amazon. So this version is pretty good to me, and I like the fact that the chapter are not extremely big, because when you go normally with the cut down, or when we say, so please generate the scene, then we have 1, 2, 3 scenes, and these are double to sometimes triple in size. And because we have the original with all the information already here, I like the way that Gemini 3.1 Pro actually use the information. So we have our day 1 and 2, 3, and things like that. And I like the way it's written. So after that, we have chapter 6. Did I finish this one too? So again, all in completion, all in one shot. And part 4, so it's giving me my part. Where is this thing? Is it in here somewhere? So we have to go and check inside the information why this is part 4. What's about our outline? What it says about 6. Because they don't talk about part. Do you see a part here? I don't see part 4, so I'm not sure where it gets the part 4, because I'm pretty sure we had parts inside this one. We have chapter 13, so we had part 6. So where's part 4? Part 5, part 4, air fragrance, and all that in chapter 6. So that's interesting. It's getting the information from the outline, which, by the way, it's inside our main importation. So that might be where you get the information. So let's test chapter 7 together, shall we? So I'm going to get chapter 7. I should have copied it before I do that. Sorry, I have to go back. So chapter 7, I'm going to take that. I will copy. Then I'm going to go back to chapter 7. So chapter 7, we see that it is linked to chapter 7, fragrance-free, blah, blah, blah. And it's the continuity of chapter 6. Now, this is where we have that DZ link. So this one here is our full research, the 8,000 something words search and information that was import inside Sudowrite. This is link to the introduction. So the introduction over here is linked to the intro and the book vault. And chapter 1 after that is linked to chapter 1 and the introduction. So we have our DZ link that we're talking about all the way down. So I'm not sure which part is going to lose it or if it's going to keep it. So here we are linked to chapter 7, following up the chapter 6. At the scene, I just add in the copy of the chapter in the bottom. And second person, automatic present tense, prose at Gemini 3.1 Pro, and I just tell it to go. I'm looking forward to see at some point to tell me that there's too much or it's too chunky that he wants to separate them. But I haven't got that so far. There we go, one of those when I sit. So here, scenes is too vague. Lack of clarity setting, character, and narrative beats. Quick fix. For the fun of it, I will see what the quick fix will do. most likely I probably won't use it, but let's see what it's going to do. Add detail and see what is going to be changing on this chapter. During is doing this, do you have any more questions?
Not at this time, no.
All right, so he left it as a 1 and says on a bright Saturday morning, he's giving me a story. So right there, it's no good for me. So we're going back, restore the original, and there I'm going to say create all the scenes. So I don't want that story. I don't need story. So when he says it's lacking character and all that, he wants to do a story. I may have to force it at some point because after a few daisy link, I think it's losing some of that punch that we required for the nonfiction. So I'm going to let this go. And if I see it's going into story and totally off track, I will go in the extra instruction. I'm going to get my style and force it back inside the extra instruction here. Chapter 7, fragrance free. Interesting, doesn't write on the side. Now he's writing on this side. Okay. The fragrance-free revolution, you pull a heavy warm bath towel from the dryer and press it against your chest. You fold it in half, bringing the plush cotton right under your chin, and naturally you take a deep inhalation. It smells exactly like the brand name fabric softener you grew up with. It smells like ocean breeze. Now it's on this side too. Ocean breeze, or perhaps a mountain spring. For decades, you associate this specific piercing scent with comfort. You equate it with love, care, and the deep satisfaction of a chore fully complete. But as you hold that towel, you also know that ocean and mountain spring do not actually smell like that, or like this. An ocean smell like salt and seaweed. A mountain smells like damp dirt and raw pine. The scent clinging to your towel does not come from nature. It comes from chemical laboratory. You stand in the laundry room, resting your hands on your warm dryer, and you prepare to tackle one of the most pervasive source of everyday chemical exposure in your entire home, synthetic fragrance. Okay, I like that. You're about to break the cycle, the fragrance loophole, to understand why synthetic scents pose such a massive problem. You need to understand the legal loophole protecting them. You walk to the shelf above your washing machine and grab your brightly colored bottle of liquid detergent. You flip it around and look at the ingredient list. Right near the end, you see the word fragrance. Sometimes it says perfume. It looks like just one single ingredient, is it not? It's not. Under current trade secret law, a manufacturer does not have to tell you the individual chemical compound that make up their signature scent. They argue that their specific ocean breeze recipes is proprietary information, just like the secret blend of spice in your famous fast food chicken recipes. The law agreed with them. Interesting. Go on the fragrance-free movement. As you set the detergent bottle back to the shelf, you might feel a pang of sadness at the idea of giving up your favorite scent. That is an entirely normal reaction, but you're joining a massive quiet revolution. Fragrance-free living is no longer a fringe, crunchy concept. It is becoming a mainstream necessity. Think about the physical symptom you or your family member occasionally brush off as normal life. Do you sometimes get a heavy, dull headache around 2 in the afternoon while sitting in the living room? Does your child struggle with mystery patch of dry, itchy eczema on the back of their knees? Does your partner randomly sneeze or feel tightness in their chest when they put on a freshly washed sweater? Interesting information there. Unscented versus fragrance-free. I kind of like the way it's written. The essential oil trap. Ooh. As you navigate the clean living marketplace, you encounter another very common hurdle: the immense pressure to replace synthetic fragrance with pure essential oil. You scroll through the wellness feed online and see influencer constantly running cold mist diffuser, pumping thick cloud of eucalyptus, peppermint, and lemon oil into their living room. They tell you that because essential oil comes directly from the plant, they are perfectly safe and therapeutic for everyone. You need to release yourself from this expectation entirely. Natural does not always mean harmless. Okay. Setting boundary with family and guests. You successfully transition your home, you swap the laundry detergent, you banish the scent candle. Your house smells neutral, clean, and safe. Your headache stop. Then the doorbell ring. It's your mother-in-law coming over for Sunday visit. She step into your entryway, wrap you in a warm hug, and an invisible suffocating cloud of heavy flower perfume rolls off her coat and aggressively fill your hallway. After she leaves the scent lingering on your couch cushion for 3 days, triggering a mild asthma flare up in your child. Oh, wow. Next one is Reader Tools, Fragrance-Free Home Script Sheet. That will have to be possibly, let's see what we can do with this, a scenario sheet. I will take, you do not need to tumble the words, apologizing, keeping safe, preempting the over. What should I put in here? Let's see with how many words I can catch, because we have up to 500. And scenario, the resistance family. Scenario, resistance your partner. You say. Let's see what visualize will do with that. We've got totally fragrance-free here. I've stocked the guest bathroom with everything you need. Would you mind skipping the perfume when you visit? It's bring a triggering in my migraine. This is so kind of you. We had to go fragrance-free for health reasons. Let's give the fragrance-free routine one more month and then we'll see mom. See, that's a funny thing here. We'll see. There's something in the writing that's not right. So we have to be redone, but give us a small idea to fix those bubbles for the scenario. Not too bad, I think. Okay, let's go to chapter 8. 888. We are now going to the kitchen. So I'm copying this and I'm opening chapter 8. Passing the information in. We're going to keep on going without any extra instruction. So far, so good. Jing is doing this. Any questions, Xavier? You doing good?
Still good.
Yeah, doing good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, everything turned up very, very, very big. All right, so second person POV, estimate about that, looking good, kitchen chapter, clear, actionable, and writing. All right, let's do it. Jing is doing that. I want to see how many chapter we have left. It's not too bad. It's a fairly nice size book to write. Thinking. Did you get our document, Xavier, or you were here with us yesterday?
Oh, I think I missed yesterday's class, but no worries. I always go to Discord. Don't even stress yourself.
Not a problem.
Thank you. I appreciate it, though.
I just pasted it in.
Ah, there you go.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Because when you go back and see the video, you're going to see that I referred to everything we did yesterday and a bit more. All right, part 5. So it seems to me it's still going towards our outlines. So chapter 6, we are on chapter 8. I want to see from the vault here what we got. Chapter 7. There we go. Part 5, chapter 8. So this is still looking at our vault information. Perfect. So the low tox kitchen, chapter 8, the kitchen detox, food storage, cookware, and daily exposure. Why eat, change everything? Do you understand how a chemical moves from the container into your dinner? You only need a picture and a simple cup of tea. If you drop the tea bag into a mug of ice cold water, nothing happens immediately. It takes hours for the tea leaves to slowly release their flavor and the color into the cold water. But if you drop that exactly the same tea bag into a mug of boiling water, the water turns dark instantly. The intense heat completely accelerates the transfer. This exact same biological principle applied to the material in your kitchen. Heat accelerated chemical migration. When you store cold, dry item like pretzel and raw carrots in a plastic container, the chemical transfer is minimal. It acts like a cold cup of tea. But when you scoop piping hot chili into a plastic tub, or worse, when you place that plastic tub directly into the microwave and hit start, you create a boiling water scenario. The heat causes the chemical structure of the plastic to destabilize. The plasticizers, the specific chemical like BPA and BPS and phthalates, wow, phthalate used to make the plastic flexible and durable. Leach out to the container walls and migrate directly into the hot food. You cannot see it, you cannot taste it, but when you eat that chili, you consume microscopic dose of endocrine disruptor. This is why we address food storage first. The plastic purge and repurpose. You do not need to throw away every single piece of plastic you own today. We operate on a realistic budget and the principle of progress over perfection. Your first immediate action step required $0. You simply make a new household rules. No plastic goes into the microwave ever. When you want to eat up last night leftover, you take an extra 30 seconds to transfer the food into a ceramic plate or a glass bowl before eating it. You just eliminate a massive source of daily chemical migration with one simple habit shift. So this is extremely good information right there. The stovetop rethinking nonstick cookware. Remember yesterday I was talking about that and the plastic in the microwave. So you walk over to your stove, sitting on the burner, a lightweight dark gray skillet. It is a pan you use every single morning to fry an egg or make a grilled cheese sandwich. You run your finger along the inside rim and feel a slightly rough, uneven texture. In the center of the pan, you see a network of teeny scratches where the metal spatula scraped the bottom. Conventional non-stick pan represent a profound modern convenience. Food slides right off, making cleaning incredibly easy, but that slick surface comes with a heavy invisible cost. Most traditional non-stick coating are made using a family of synthetic chemical known as PFAS, often referred as to a forever chemical. These are the exact same chemical used to make rain jacket, repel water, and carpet-resistant stain. They earn the name Forever Chemical because they possess incredibly strong carbon fluoride bond that essentially never break down into the human body or the natural environment. When you place a traditional non-stick pan on the high heat burner, the chemical coating begins to degrade rapidly. If the pan overheats, it releases toxic vapor directly into the air you breathe. If the surface is scratched, like a pan sitting on your stove right now, tiny flake of that synthetic coating mix directly into the eggs you scramble. You deserve better than cooking your family's breakfast on a bed of degrading forever chemical. Wow, I like that. The cast iron, that's what I have. If you want a natural non-stick surface, look no further than traditional cast iron. And an inexpensive heavy cast iron skillet, when properly seasoned with a little cooking oil, become incredibly slick over time. That's true. As a bonus, cooking acidic food in cast iron actually impair a tiny beneficial trace amount of dietary iron into your meal, enabling cast iron, animal cast iron for shimmering soup or making stew, enabling animal cast iron pot, often called Dutch oven, offer a safe non-toxic glass coating melt secretly over the heavy iron base. They do not react with acid food like tomato, making them incredibly versatile. Okay, that's getting pretty good. Utensil cutting board and the kitchen sink. Oh yeah, the plastic stuff again. They shift our focus from the large pot to the smaller tools you touch constantly. Think about the black plastic spatula you use to flip pancake or stir a pot of boiling soup. You rest it against the edge of the pot, the hot pan, and sometimes you notice the tips actually look a little bit melted or frayed. You know that what happened when the plastic meet heat. You know that chemical migration occur. Swap out your plastic cooking utensil for simple, beautiful wooden spoon, bamboo spatula, or pure stainless steel turner. Yes, Jeff?
I am so glad that most of the flexible cookware that I see these days is all made of that food grade silicone because, yeah, that's one thing that I knew beforehand was really dangerous was the plastic stuff. And so I'm fortunate that I was able to find a good set that is 100% food grade silicone.
Perfect. Great. Next, we look at the cutting board. If you chop vegetable on a soft plastic cutting board, look closely at the surface. You see thousands of deep crisscross knife cuts. Every time you sharpen metal knife slice into the plastic board, it score the surface, carving off microscopic shard of plastic that inevitably cling to your onion and carrots. Swap the plastic board for a sturdy wood or bamboo cutting board. Wood is remarkably durable, and many types of wood possess natural antimicrobial property that actively halt bacteria. grows. To care for the wooden board, you simply wash it with warm water and soap and occasionally rub it with food-grade mineral oil or beeswax to keep it from drying out and cracking. Ah, I don't know that. Never did that, but now I learned something. Finally, we arrived to the kitchen sink. Look at the bright yellow and green synthetic sponge. Oh. That sponge is literally a block of plastic foam. Every time you scrub a pot or wipe out your counter, the friction causes the sponge to break down, shedding thousands of microplastic directly down to your drain and into the local water supply. Because the synthetic material stay constantly damp, it's also become a perfect welcoming hotel for breeding bacteria. That's one thing I haven't thought about. The Swedish dishcloth. Interesting. I learned something new again. Navigating the produce aisle without panic. We cover the container and the pot. Now we'll address the actual food you put inside them. The conversation around the pesticide residue often leave people feeling guilty. Buying exclusively certain organic product costs a small fortune, and many families simply cannot afford to double their grocery bill every week. You do not need to feel guilty, and you do not need to unlimit budget to make an impact. You just need a smart strategy. Working groups, the Dirty Dozen lists identity of the 12 specific fruit and vegetable that constantly test with the highest pesticide residue, even after throughout washing and peeling. Okay, this is the list usually include items with thin, porous skin like strawberry, spinach, kale, and grapes. Ooh, ouch. Let me guess. I'm going to drink some water a bit. That's interesting information. I really like this thing. The Clean 15 list density conventional product, the lowest amount of pesticide residue, the usually stick product, So the one which are in this list is avocado, pineapple, onion, and sweet corn. You print this list out of and keep it in the, so I'm going to have to create a list. So we have the conventional pesticides, small, working cheat dozen. Let's see, I'm going to put that. I'm going to create a visualize. And I'm going to create one over here. Okay. So we have the guide to pesticide and produce, 30,000 strawberry, spinach, kale, high pesticide residue. And then we have the other one. Pineapple. We have corn in this. Oh, we add corn. Interesting. So I wonder if I do with working conversion pesticide. Convention pesticide, government working budget. I probably will go and do a bit more research or ask a proper list into the chat for this. Wait a sec. Let's do that. Let's ask that. So navigate project without cover the container part, the conventional ground residue, leave. That and that. So I'm going to ask chat some question here. Can you create this list? And I want to get an image.
Another thing, you might try highlighting that and using that image prompt generator plugin that John has.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Let's see. I have the same prompt. We both have. I have one. He has one, and this one is nonfiction. Oh, when we did that, did we lose our chat? Okay, I'm going to copy this. Copy. Going to create a blank. That here. Here to visualize. A bit too, well, it can be good too. All right, that's an idea, something to keep on working on. Let's go check here our chat. I can provide you for the current 30 dozen, so we have, that's what I'm looking for. Download DJ graphic. That's what I'm looking for. Let's go back here. Let's put it in the bottom. Provide the current dozen. Download the official Let's put all of it. Visualize. Not perfect, but it's not bad either.
I
Kind
really like that version. That's a sharp contrast between the two.
Yeah. I like to have also a list written, so that's something you can bring inside Canva, take the list and basically create a box and put the list underneath or something like that. But it's really a nice, crisp image. I got to say, it's a beautiful image. Great. All right, so this is how we get our image. How far are we in this? We have our 30 dozen, the power of the low toxin kitchen, reader tools, kitchen swap property checklist. We have a checklist. These I love doing checklists. So yeah, she's crazy. She loves crazy today. Checklists. I may have put too much. Not sure. We'll see. He normally is very good when we put a checklist. As soon as you see checklist, normally it's giving me a good image. Not bad at all. I kind of like that. That and our dirty lists and clean lists, that would be a nice chapter. Cool. All right, let's go to chapter 9. I'm trying to finish this with you on the line if another 15 minutes. If it's not finished, at least it's going to be finished in the next couple of days, and I will be able to put it inside the nonfiction section. But I'm pretty pleased with this one. We have a pretty good turnout for that book. Seem pretty vague, lack of concrete example, space detail, quick fix. Okay, it doesn't tell me about storytelling and things like that. So I'm going to see if we can add the detail it's talking about. So building one kitchen, safety, expanding the food choice, supporting body, natural detoxification process, while maintaining focus, practical implementation. It covered the importance of organic product, understanding the Dirty Dozen, the Clean 15 list, and supporting the body. Oh. You lay out a simple week-on meal, organic product. Give us a list of items, kales, Sunday stew, apple dirty, costs. Huh, what do you think? Build a kitchen chapter, expand on the food choice, body natural detoxification process while maintaining a focus on practical implementation.
Looks good.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to do this one in two. That's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. So I'm going to duplicate. Right, so I'm going to create the first one without that. And I'm going to see the result. And after that, I will create the other one. And that one might be a kick bashing. Because I'm thinking that it might actually put all the information anyway that it creates in the detail. Because I remember that we're using a very intelligent model, the Gemini 3.1 Pro. Tick tock, tick tock. Part 5, all right. Okay. Food as fuel. Push your shopping, you grip the handle, take a steady breath. We touch briefly the product aisle, the Dirty Dozen. The myth of the experience cleans. In a real world, the detox usually arrive heavily packaged with massive price tag. Dollar juice, your body already come fully equipped with highly sophisticated, incredible efficient built-in detoxification system. Every time your liver, when you shift pesticide and the priority plan, the biological 30,050 list, you absolutely do not need to buy fully organic. You print out the screenshot of the Dirty Dozen list. 4 item cleaning 15. The fresh organic option costs too much for this week. Frozen organic, supporting your system fiber and water. Imagine the your 5th internal sponge. Turn your hot water. You cannot flush the complex plumbing. System without fluid, dehydration make your blood thicker, reduce the process of food without losing your mind as you consider pushing your cart again. So it's more like a more story. This secret weapon, cooking once, eat twice. Well, it's like construction. Recipes for everyday detoxification. Oh, we have a recipes. Everyday detox broccoli crunch. Christopher's vegetable like broccoli cabbage. So 2 heads of fresh broccoli, 1/2 a small red onion, 1 cup of shredded carrots, a 1/2 cup of raw sunflower seeds, 1/3 of dry cranberry, the dressing, 1/3 cup of extra virgin oil, tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, tablespoon of pure maple syrup, or honey, a generous pinch of sea salt and black pepper. So place the chopped vegetables, seeds, and cranberry in a large bowl in a small glass mason jar. You combine the olive oil, the apple cider, the vinegar, the maple syrup, salt, and pepper. Screw the lid and truly shake the jar. Creamily. You put that dressing on the vegetable, toss everything together until the broccoli is evenly coated. You let it sit in the fridge for at least 30 minutes before heating, so the dense broccoli floret softens slightly and fully absorb the tangy dressing. Now we have another recipes. That one goes in the stove. Putting all together, your grocery, your bag. Read tools, cleaning, heating, checklist. We have another checklist. That's not bad. Let's see the other version. Now, when we do a copy like this, we lose a bit of linking. So we have to go back and link this one to the chapter 8. Link to 8, continue to from 7. Right? No, wait a bit. Link to 9 and continue from 8. Yes, copy. All right. Let's see what this is going to do. Because this one has a lot more information or different information. The scene lack of clear setting. Where are you planning all of this? Well, I don't need to do a story. It's planning. Let's see if we're going to get by just getting go. So far, so good.
Yeah, so far so good. We're a little past the top of the hour, but that's fine.
That's fine. I'm going to stop in 5 minutes. I'm just trying to see the difference between the two. And then I'm probably going to finish the rest of them and make it nice as possible, put in a nice document and put it up, because it's still a good way to go. We have basically 18 chapters, so I won't be able to do that in one sitting. So what is he writing here? The fuel, the filter, the simple food choice support your body. You just learn how to save when you reduce your chemical load. To do this heavy lifting, those organs require proper fuel. I kind of like the way it's written. You stand in the grocery store, calculate your total in your head, release that pressure right now. You never have to force perfection. You more provide a difference in your health. Pull the evenly working group list. You save on your phone. So you look at the Dirty Dozen and the strawberry, Then you check your clean 15. Let us look at actual math, because understanding the number remove the fear. You walk over the leaf green, a plastic clamshell of conventional spinach, costs $2 a pound. The certified organic version sitting right beside it is $4 a pound. At first glance, paying double feels deeply uncomfortable, but let us break that down onto a daily reality. That 1 pound content hold roughly 4 large serving of spinach. When you buy the organic container for $4, you only adding 50 cents per serving to to your meal. 50 cents. You easily find 50 cents, 50 cents at the bottom of your purse or the edge of between your seat in your car. If you make the rules, you just swipe 1 single dirty dozen in 2 per week to the organic version. Ah, okay, that's what they're doing. Okay, I understand what they're doing. So it's actually pretty good. So that version is actually interesting. It's how to swipe it and the sea salt. I'm going to have to read that in deeper. So at the end says you step back from your kitchen counter, you see the glass container, the sturdy pan, and the intentional food waiting to nourish your full body, your family. You feel the deep satisfaction of someone who operates with a clear, capable plan. You took control of the air, the surface, the food. Now you prepare to take that exact same steady confidence in and walk it straight into the bathroom, where the smallest bottle often hide the biggest secret. Okay, so the copy version of this is, I think, seems to be better. I would have to put them side by side and probably Kit Bash or figure out which one is actually the most complete of the two. But I like what I read in the last one with the when we did the adding to the chapter. C'était copy and 10. And that's how I keep on going. And when I'm writing the nonfiction until I get all the chapter that I'm looking for. So doing that, just go back quickly on what we did. So the full research, the full report, the full importation, we got all the different way of doing the outline. And at the end, we decide to keep the outline that was done from the importation, which had all the information in it. And because we link it to our information, which the original outline we did in ChatGPT is inside of it, it seems that the information gets entered inside our information. Scene is too vague. You need concrete examples. So yeah, when you call about details like this, I think I'll go when you talk about narration and setting, it's a different story. So I will keep on going on doing this. So during I'm doing that, I want to say thank you for you guys for staying with me that long. I really appreciate it. I hope you learn a bit on how to do a self-help book. Oh, that one is different. That one's giving me scenes. Identity, hidden chemical, the DIY natural litter. Okay. Oh, I like that. I really do like that. I don't mind the 3 scenes because there's the basically information, then we have recipes, and then it's talking about our budget. So I really do love when I see DIY information. I love it because I love to test these recipes because I don't. I do my own soap. I do my own shampoo, my rinse, toothpaste when possible, soap for the laundry. I don't have any sheets for the dryer. I got those ball of yarn that we basically we call that feutré. And I put a couple of drops of essential oil lavender on them, and that's what I put in my dryer. Scene like clear setting context. No, go. So yeah, I'm going to keep on going, finish this book, and I say thank you very much. My name is Manon Doucette, and this is the end of our session, our workflow, our class on how to write a nonfiction book. I will see you next month, and next month is going to be about, let me check here. That should be inside the Let me get the past one. In the book, we should have that here. So read now. Let's get at the end. So we have the repertoire fiction on the idea for health, and that's going to be history. So the book 7 we're going to be writing is about history. So, and after that is going to be idea for home, music, outdoor, parenting and caregiver, nonfiction idea for pet, the self-help enthusiast, the spirituality, and idea for sport. So 15 books total we're going to write this year on nonfiction. So I look forward to see you next month on the next class for that. Any question before I stop? Where is the...
No questions in chat.
All right. So thank you so much. And I will stop the recording.
Underneath the Christmas lights, with family by my side, we gather round the starry night, in laughter, love and pride. The scent of hot cocoa fills the air, warming hearts with every sip. Stories weave through the evening glow, and friendships take a trip. I need a holiday, let the world fade away, with stars shining bright and our hearts in flight. We'll dance through the night with joy inside, creating memories to hold tight. Authors dreaming under moonbeams, crafting tales we long to share. Writers with their hopeful schemes, inspiration fills the air. With friends gathered near, we write our songs. In this moment we belong. The magic of this season calls us home, where we know we're never wrong. I need a holiday, let the world fade away, with stars shining bright and our hearts in flight. We'll dance through the night with joy inside, creating memories to hold tight. Let's chase the dreams that sparkle anew, within this warmth of love so true. Together we'll journey wherever we roam, in stories and laughter we'll always find home. I need a holiday, I need a holiday, I